Hello everybody, this is Jonathan, and in this video I'm going to show you guys how to set up screensaver in Haiku OS. Okay, let's get started, shall we? So to get started, click onto the feather up here. Now go to privileges, and then from here you guys should be able to turn on screensaver by going to privileges, then screensaver. Now click onto screensaver, and then from here we should see these options. So obviously these are like some settings that we guys can choose. It's not really a whole lot of settings, there's only a few things, but I'll go through this in this video. So obviously we get enable screensaver, so that will be activated, so that if I've not used the computer for a while, it will be activated. A screensaver will either play like some text or just a black background, or it could just be some animation that we have turned on. We can obviously change it when it starts. So for example, if I've not been on the computer for 30 seconds, then it can obviously, then it will start to show up the screensaver, but it can obviously change it to be around a minute. If you truly wanted to, so you can increase the time. So for example, I've not been on the computer for around 1 minute, then you guys can indeed change it to 1 minute. All you guys need to do is drag this arrow thing. I'm going to change it back to 30 seconds, just to show guys that it does indeed work. Okay, so now we may notice this turn off screen option. Display power management signalizing not available because I'm using a photo machine. But all this will do is over time it will just turn off the computer. We'll just turn off the screen actually. We won't just turn off the computer, we'll just turn off the screen. Okay, so now password lock. So basically password lock will allow you to require the password in a given time. So for example, if I had a screensaver on and have not been kind of interactive with the computer for around 1 minute, then it can set up a password, so that way when the person wants to basically use the computer, they need to know what the password is. So enable password lock if you truly want, and now go into passwords, and then from passwords we can set up a password. We can use a network password if we truly wanted to, or we can use a custom password. For my case, I'm going to use a custom password, and I'm going to set this one as being 123 and 123. And once you have done with that, just click on the done button, and now you have done by setting up a password for the screensaver. I'm going to change it to 30 seconds as well. Now we can click onto screensavers, and over here we'll have a few options that you guys can choose. This is a preview of the screensaver. I'm going to show you right now how it will look. Okay, so there's many different options, different kinds of options that you guys can click onto. For example, there's Dragonfly, there's Debug Now, there's Flurry, and there's G-Life, there's Gravity, there's Icons, IFS, Leaves, Message, and Nebula, Shelf, and Spider. I'm going to click onto Spider to show an example. Once I've clicked onto Spider, what you guys should see is animation. So for example, if I click onto Nebula, then you guys will see this weird animation thingy. Here's some additional settings. So if you do not want it to be yellow, we can obviously change this to being orange, or we can change it to being white. It's truly up to you. But in my case, I'm going to change it to green, and for the screen resolution, I will keep as default. Full screen no borders, we can obviously change that if we truly want to. And it can also change the speed, so it's going to get faster, this animation will. And it can obviously maximize the frames per second, so you can use it to being a 100. And as you guys can see, it's going really fast. Now if I actually want to see it as a full screen, click onto a test button, and that should basically start testing it. Now if I want to exit from it, just use the mouse and just click onto the screen, and then from here it will ask you to put down a password. Now put down a password, and now the system has been unlocked. So basically, there's different other options. You can go for message, you can go for leaves, we can go for IFS, we can change it through some settings, which I'm not going to go through all that today because I want you guys to mess around with it. But I will stick with this one as this is my favorite one. We can obviously exit now by clicking onto this X button, and now that has exited from the software. Anyway guys, just want to say thanks so much for watching. If you guys kind of want to see it working, then I can obviously show you by going to applications. It's just a lot faster for me to do this. It will work obviously for you guys, but if you basically go into the screensaver, and I'm going to click onto screensavers and just click onto test. Then, as you guys can see, it works perfectly fine. We should see something like this if you did everything correctly. And now once you click onto the screen, then obviously will ask you for a password, and once I've entered the password, then this is how it should work. It did work earlier, but when I was just 30 seconds, and I not really want to wait that long, just to show you guys how it works. Anyway guys, I just want to say thanks so much for watching this video. Hope that guys found this really useful, and I want to see you guys next time. Bye bye.